G'day everyone, welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today we're going to get the Albion Clydesdale that a subscriber has given us. So we're going 2 hours south. I've got the truck ready, so let's go. So you go from getting comments, real bad ones, to death threats to, you know, just complete nasty people. She's a wide range of people on the internet. It's still a new world to me. And you go from getting that to beautiful comments, and then the next level, blokes, they send you stuff and which is great books and bits and pieces that they finish with and think I can use, and it's always appreciative. And then you get blokes like this that have donated a complete truck. So it's a Pommy truck, an Albion Clydesdale. It's got a Leyland in it. So we're going 2 hours south from here in this to pick it up this morning. Now we're going to do a few startups on other bits and pieces he's got down there too, so it'll be he's into his British stuff, so it'll be all British trucks apart from the drive there. So my wife's coming with me, she's already in there, she's going to do the filming, so we'll start heading down there.
most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard in my life. The real issue, this is the part that I get angry about. It's supposed to be a day that people all together celebrate this great country, even though multicultural, multi-race, multi-faith people have all this, and we have all these multiple people that come to this country and made it the great country that we have. And we should be celebrating that because one of the greatest countries in the world about being all different people together working hard for Australia.
Flight offers for you across the river and ocean voyages, including up to $3,000 flight credit per couple when you book a 5 to 8.
Traffic. Listen to 2G radio. Download the app from iPhone and Android.
there she is. Certainly worth the drive. Can't believe the condition it's in. Unbelievable. What a gift. I'll certainly use that. I can't believe it. We just got the batteries in it now. We'll get the bloke to start her up and see how she all works, and so see if she runs on. He said it's all working, all the gears split, all the brakes work. Kenworth mud flaps on her. What a beauty. And then we'll do a walk around of his other stuff. He got a lot of British stuff here, this bloke, which is fantastic. All these old buses and well, really good. Anyway, we'll see if she goes. I got wheeled in by the RMS on the way here. I was set up and they pulled me over the shaker and the brake tester. I got done for an imbalance on the steer, which I nipped up on the way here, and a couple of light defects. Now I've got to go and get all that cleared. So anyway, they were nice blokes. They were doing their job, which is fine. I think they liked the truck more than they were interested in the truck more than what they were doing. But anyway, they had to ride her up because they found something. So do whatever it takes to clear that. How's that, Mark?
Just give it a little try there. Put your foot on the accelerator. Yeah. Over drive and then 12
water spill onto the ramp, did it?
A little, not much.
On the wheel?
Yep. Forward. It's on the wheel, completely on the wheel.
Go back. You want to come right forward. Send it up.
Will it go right forward or?
Right.
Yeah, you'll be able to go forward more. Watch your dad there.
Bring it forward.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, the other ones.
Yeah, that one.
The other ones there that block everything off, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I haven't done it. It's a bit low on the water. I haven't.
All the illegal trucks will drive by there.
So you are in his shed. What's this, a Hippo, Mark, is it?
Yeah, the red one's a Hippo, yeah.
Leyland Hippo there. He's got a, she's a cut off for the engine and the cab. Good cab on this one. Very good cab actually. Engine needs, got water in the sump, but good for parts. 2 old buses here. That's a Ride and Parramatta service. That one, originally. Go for a walk in it in a minute. Really good order. I think he's selling that one. This one he's not sure about. This is a old
That's a
part.
Beaver, this one. This truck here is a Beaver.
Oh, it's a Leyland Beaver.
Yeah, the only difference is that 2 axle rather than bogey.
Oh yeah, okay. It's a Leyland Beaver cut off. Actually, it's not a cut off. It's got the diff missing out of it. So a good cab, good engine, good for what he's doing here with other ones. Just brilliant. I don't know if he parts with parts. I'll ask him in a minute if he sells bits and pieces for blokes interested. But that there is a, he did tell me, and I'm not up on my buses by any means, Action Bus Company. So that from Canberra, he said, and this wasn't an actual passenger bus for that company. It went around and fitted all the drivers for their uniform, so that's why it's fitted out as it is. That's a factory fitted bus like that, so never was on passenger service. This one Parsons from Wauchope, for those of you who know that. So they all run and drive. Pretty good order too. I don't know what he's going to do with this one. She's an AEC. Only good order. Some of the ones I see picking up old tractors and stuff under trees are just rotted, but these are exceptional. It's a Leyland. It's beautiful. Eventually get this one on the road. It's in exceptional condition. All the chairs are there. And this one I think he's selling, there's apparently some interest in it. It's a Leyland Leopard. Ride Parramatta bus services. I'd even be interested in this one. You could, Mick and I and the boys could have a couple of beers while Dad drives. We go around the shows just sitting there rather than revving roaring them old GMs. And exceptional condition. Remember these when I went to school. They were old then, but no clutch. They were just like a power shift sort of thing. They were Leyland Leopards, but they may have been a bit newer than this, but still exactly the same on the inside. Just the front looked a bit different. As I said, I'm not that old, and they were old buses then, so not showing my age. I'm just saying I've been on them. There were later model stuff around too, but this is in really good order. They were the same colour as this West Bus. I don't know if West Bus done the Parramatta link as well, but they didn't have the grey or the light blue stripe on them. Or Bos and Jackson, then West Bus. Really good order. And well, London Transport, look at that. She's from Sydney, he said. Original Sydney bus. AEC. It's in really good order. Being a Sydney bus, I'd love to have something like that just in the shed, even without using it, just to... I won't climb through his stuff, but...
Climb in there, Steve, if you're nimble.
Is there anything in it, Mark?
Oh, just bits and pieces and parts.
Hang on, I'll climb through his stuff here.
Through there, if you're little single deckers on a double deck chassis to get into some of the a lot of the little villages along Sydney Harbour where the ferry terminals were,
Yes.
tiny little narrow streets, and they made these to do those routes. Mainly these ones connected with the ferries on Sydney Harbour.
Right, okay. So it's on a double-decker chassis, you said?
Yes, yes.
And a single-deck bus, wow.
They made them on the double-deck chassis because they didn't need any double-deckers anymore, and they felt that these would be more serviceable. And they were a great little bus. And I remember these, a lot of private operators had these in the late 70s when I was going to school after their government service.
Yep.
And I used to go to school on them, and that's where the fascination happened.
Well, actually, I was just telling the camera then, I went to school on those bloody Leopards, but they were old then. That was only late 90s.
Whereabouts did you go to school?
Penrith.
Yeah, well that would be...
It was a Leyland Leopard, but it was a different front end. It was inside. I just walked in. It was identical.
Yeah, Westbus.
Westbus had them. That's right.
They had a heap of them.
Where'd they all go, mate? You know?
Oh well, most of them were scrapped and
They just disappeared off the face of the earth.
yeah, there's still a few around. But yeah, they had a big Leyland and Volvo fleet.
They did, mate. Yep.
They had very good buses.
We never got the Volvos much. They were later model back then.
Yeah, well when you were going to school, they probably all doing the service work, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was about 97, I think. I was catching those, but
Yeah.
but they were old then.
Oh yeah.
This is unbelievable, the condition. This. What'd you say, 52 model, mate?
I reckon it would be. There'll be a builder's plate up on the front header when you go back up the front.
Oh, okay.
It'll be Commonwealth Engineering body, and it'll have a year on it. I'm not that great with the old Sydney buses. I've got a few friends that are like walking encyclopedias on them, but I reckon it'll be 52. Can you see a little oval badge up there somewhere, or is it being pinched?
Above the driver or just above the dory?
Oh, just on that header panel that goes around over the driver.
Okay, unless it's on the inside of it. I can't see it. I can't see even where it's missing though.
Yeah, right here.
You'd probably get in here and see it straight. I can't. That's over where the. I can't see it now.
Pre-select, yeah, you see pre-select the transmission. I'll just move this stuff down.
Well, she's in good order. Being a Sydney bus, it'd be really good to see going. Had a lot of good stuff, Sydney. So on this panel, you said?
It should be there or here. No, look, it's been.
Can't even see the where,
it's been
where the paint's missing. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was going to say I couldn't see an oval here anywhere. That's a shame.
well, it is. A lot of buses that are stored for preservation. People get in and pull the badges off them and that. But no, it's a lovely whole thing, and they
Oh, it
sound
is.
so lovely.
Do they?
Oh, they just sound magical. I mean, if your viewers want to see a little bit more, you can come down.
No, I, will, I
Get a
definitely
run
will.
of
If they, yeah.
Yeah.
How are those? They haven't got a clutch, have they? They just.
They don't.
Are they like the leopards where they just?
It's similar, yeah. They're all classed as a. Yeah, well, leopards are actually a pneumocyclic. They just have a fluid coupling
Yeah.
to a gearbox, epicyclic drums in them, and the bands clamped on for each gear. So
Okay.
they don't have a clutch. You just put them into gear. They'll pick up a gear, and then if you've got your foot on the brake, they're just turning the fluid
In the
flow.
fluid, yep.
And then you just
rev them.
get
Yeah.
the accelerator and away she goes. This is a little bit different. It's got a clutch pedal,
Okay.
but it's not actually connected to a clutch. It's still got a fluid coupling, tail shaft, transmission.
Yep.
So you put it into a gear, they're four gears, and then you just make a clutch application which will engage the gear.
Yep.
And the reason they were very popular back in the day, you're working in city traffic, and of course no power steering in those days, you need both hands on your steering wheel. So you're coming up to a corner and you're in gear and you're driving, you know there's a corner coming up and you need to go up a gear or down a gear, you just put it to the gear you need,
Yep.
and then as you're turning around the corner with both hands on the steering wheel, all you've got to do is release the accelerator, tap the clutch, and it'll give you that gear.
So that's pre-selected.
That's
yeah.
pre-selected.
Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine driving in those conditions years ago?
A mate of mine's got a double decker with the same chassis. He's got it restored immaculately, similar to the ones that the Sydney Bus Museum have. But yeah, they're magic things. They'll capture your heart, mate. You get in and drive one of these, you'll end up wanting one, I can.
I'm sure. And you get a lot of looks.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the thing. What's not to love?
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. Yeah.
They got a personality. They're beautiful, but they're hard to get now. A lot of these worked. You know, most of these, they were pensioned off from the Sydney buses in the 70s, predominantly the late 70s, and they went to private bus companies right through until the 80s. Yeah. And would you believe a company in Wollongong called Hills? They would in the late 70s. They took these old bodies off, built a new body with a full front, so you didn't see the old radiator, and ran them for another 10 years.
Oh, right, same running gear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super reliable. Well, the AEC 9.6 was the engine in the London buses that was from the 40s right through to the 70s before the Routemaster, and the 9.6 gave excellent service, and those things ran on the governor all day, and they just lasted and lasted and lasted.
Yep.
And that old yellow truck out there's got a 9.6 in it.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
So when we started that...
Same engine.
Yeah. Magic motor. Not to take away anything from the Leyland 600. It was the same era, but, you know, both brilliant things. Real good Pommy engineering, and just last.
Nothing Pommy was a failure, really, was it? It just all heavily built and just kept going.
Right. Some of it wasn't suitable for Australian conditions, but none of it was a failure by any stretch of the imagination. Even people say the old fixed head 510s that was in the Leyland National, they didn't have it. I don't know whether you've ever seen one. Magic thing to see. Try and bleed it and see.
What's this one going to go?
No, I can't get fuel up to it. It's got really thick fuel pipes, and it's got a big inline Fleetguard filter. I'll have to take all that rubbish off it and just put it straight to the injector pump.
Turbo 680, so it's a 690.
This old truck is dark.
This has got it's a Leyland Beaver, a 13-speed overdrive road ranger in it. Clean skin radials on it. I reckon she's a really reliable old girl. It's comfortable too. I just sat in and I haven't driven or started it. Original working clothes.
It's almost sort of part of me wants to restore it. The other part, every time I look at it, I think, gee, it's so good the way it is.
Oh, right.
Good to see all this British stuff getting kept. A lot of it about it shows. All help build Australia, all of it.
About any stock trucks that he specified this in with had a sleeper cab.
Yep.
But he rolled it and ended up just with this cab. But,
So he ordered it like that, did he?
he ordered it with a sleeper cab with the fast diff and the 13-speed road ranger. That was a factory fitment.
Yep.
And it lasted with him its whole working career.
Right. What'd you say year it is, mate?
It's hard to say, but I would say it'd be in the early to mid 60s.
Yep.
Probably about a 64, I'd say.
Okay.
It's still got the handbrake and not a maxi.
Yep.
I think they went to maxi until about 67, 68.
day after now. It was raining when we got home, so I didn't bother unloading. It was time for a beer too, so I'm just going to take her off now. Went well yesterday. Didn't use a lot of fuel. I think it's down to half, and that was about, I think, 6 hours all up I had on the logbook, so it's not too bad. I suppose I'm only running off this one tank, but the noise, like, it's that noisy. I don't think I spoke to my wife. She came with me until we got to Nowra, which, you know, sometimes it's not a bad thing, but other times if you do want to communicate, we just couldn't hear each other. So I think I've decided not to get rid of this, but to look for a little bloody, and don't shoot me, but a little Volvo or you know, some Japanese thing, single drive or even bogie, something with about 300 horsepower, just to run around with a trailer like this and pick these things up if she wants to come. These are good for a club run and if you want to make noise and drive a proper truck, but I don't know, little 12 litre Volvo or something would be nice too, something where you can, comfortable cab and no noise and fairly economical. The wipers work, you can cool it, you can heat it. This old girl, all the mirrors, the rain in the last hour or something, and I couldn't see out the mirrors because of those guards like that, because this, generally when you got the pan or a flat top on it, it doesn't matter because that covers the tyres, but in this case it was just flicking up straight over the mirrors and the side windows and the back window, and you can only see out the front. When you got something tied on, I like to check the mirrors every couple hundred metres, like you're forever looking in them, but they didn't do anything yesterday when it was raining. So anyway, if anyone knows anything, a little 10 or 12 litre Volvo for 5 or 7 grand or something, not that I can afford it, but I would find it, just for these recovery missions. I've still got 2 more planned, but you never know what a bloke's going to buy or get given next, so it'd be good for that. So, but don't get me wrong, I'm not getting out of these American trucks. The bloke yesterday threw in a 12-speed gearbox for these Albions. So it's a 6-speed with a air split. I think it's you split each gear, it's not a range. So he was going to throw it in the scrap bin, and I doubt that I'll ever use it. So if anyone's interested in that, please get me on Facebook or Instagram, or through the channel description there's an email. It's in good order. He just pulled it out of a going truck because he sold the engine or something like that. But I'll use this all the time, but probably never wear enough to need a gearbox, and if so, I'm sure that same bloke can get me parts for it. So I think it was off. This has got a Leyland 400 diesel in it, so I'd say it'd match something like that, a 680 or a 400. I don't know the difference of the bell housings or even the torque that goes through those transmissions, but the blokes that are after something like that for an Albion would know a lot more than me. So I'd say it's off a 400 Leyland. So now I'll just level this trailer up a bit and we'll unload it and see if she starts again this morning. Got to get it going, then run it over and get that defect cleared later. I won't video that, but it's going to be a full day again. We'll get it going. Speed overdrive, and this one, Kenworth, I got him on the dash, deep reduction. He just, well, the later gear knobs had it all on the stick, but don't really use deep reduction in it much because that's not a smooth change. You had it on the stick, you'd use it all the time, but it's not much of a difference. But anyway, we'll back her up and just level that truck up a bit. Still a bit damp here today, just steel on steel. I'm not real keen on unloading on a bit of an angle like that, so we come up Mount Ousley yesterday and she's just roaring for bloody 5 minutes. And it's all good, I enjoyed it, but I don't know, some days you probably don't enjoy the drive as much as you probably should. You can't have music on, nothing, unless you're wearing headphones. And when I do wear those though, the comments aren't about the truck, it's all about how weak I am wearing that sort of shit, so I tend not to film when I'm doing that either. And we'll get out now and see if she flashes up. We'll have to go and get a link lead. This is 24 volt for those 2 batteries. Just press that button near that knob that you turned. I'll just see if these batteries spark. Just try it. That's just the fuel running back, that. Have to build the air right up. Way and back. Let's bring the front this way a little bit. Oh, straight. Straighten her up. That's it. Steer the front that way a bit. Yeah.
You can't see it, do you?
Are you going to put the hoist up or not? Okay, she's off. I had to turn her off because I need a battery at it for the power pack on this old trailer here, lift the ramps up. So I think that's going to do this episode. There will be more on it. I want to adjust the brakes because the handbrake's not working. All it does is override the S-cams on the rear axle, so I'll try and take that slack up out of that and a couple of little jobs and then we'll use it. There's jobs we've been putting aside until we got it, so I've been using that Acco off camera, just moving. Cleaned a lot of shrub up down there, just moving it down to a fire pile and raking all the sticks up. It's just been thrown into it. You've probably seen the community post I put up on it with that big load. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to those Patreon members, it's just great. People email me, you can get that address in the channel description. I'm on Instagram and Facebook under the same name, Steve's Place Down Under. A lot of you send me messages and all sorts of things on there. So thanks again for everyone's support, and we'll see you on the next episode.